What's up, y'all? Welcome to Overtime. Uh, we here today with Keys, Remy Please, and our special guest Chaz. Um, Today we
Yo,
talking about pretty much, the difference between, I guess, holding on to a belief or kind of like, having skepticism over, I guess all different kinds of ideas. So, what y'all think about that whole concept? What do y'all think about that?
I think skepticism is a tool that you got to exercise.
Hmm.
Because without that, you kind of like setting yourself up. If you like married to one belief, on one side of the fence or another, I mean, of course you gotta have this gotta be like a topic too, like going into the future, like faith. You gotta have faith. Just grounding yourself. But I think when you like marry yourself like on one side of the fence or another, you kind of doing yourself a disservice if you can't see both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Person.
I think that also makes you what some people call a wise man. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes you wise when you're able to see both sides of the spectrum, to not fully commit to something, to see, okay, but even if you do believe this, but like I'm hearing this from another source, and I'm not fully committed to that, but I see it from their perspective. I'm broadening my perspective, which makes I feel as though which makes you a wiser person, just in general. So I definitely think you need to be able to balance that, though. You know, can't go all the way left, can't go all the way right. Somewhere in the middle is, you gotta find that sweet spot.
I mean, I agree. So I mean, that middle, I feel like you have to be open because that middle is the truth too, right? You got perspective and then you got absolute or actual facts. You know what I'm saying? So some things in this world, it's 2 plus 2 is 4, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Some might argue it's not, but you know what I'm saying. But that's what it is. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you have to be open minded and then use common sense or critical thinking to ask the right questions when you get presented with new information or knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Does this connect to this, that, this dot, this dot? You know what I'm saying? And you could form, you know what I'm saying? The form, the closer you can get to the truth is I think where you want to be. So when you say not too far, not too far left, try to be, like he said, in that middle, because that straight line in the middle is the actual what it is. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
All right, so my question to y'all, right? So I like the example you used when you said 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now we all know, like all across the board, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Nobody can argue that, right? But what if the argument is 2 plus 2 equals 4, and then someone else says there's an argument that 2 plus 2 equals 5? And even though it may not make sense, but they may actually have some good points about how it actually might equal 5. Even though we know it's 4, now you play in the middle now between 4 and 5. If 2 plus 2 equals 5, or if 2 plus 2 equals 4, because you're trying to, be open to both sides. You see what I'm trying to say? I feel like some shit just is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think
Yeah,
sometimes you don't have to be trying to play the middle between bullshit sometimes. And that's what I mean as far as when I say believing in something, like, or what I'm saying, I guess you would say knowing certain things, I guess you would say. You see what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like sometimes you can't play both sides on everything. Some shit you gotta be firm on something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how you gonna navigate? Are you just gonna be in this place of like you're not gaining nothing. You just kind of like, I don't know. 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 You know what I'm saying? You got to lean into something to gain, you know what I'm saying? To gain something from it. Because like, put it like this. I could lean far to the left. Then I learned the left is bullshit. Learn far to the right. Learn the right is bullshit. And then I gain that balance because I dove into both sides. You know what I'm saying? As far as trying, instead of like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Let me dive into this. You know what I'm saying? Rather than like seeing something that don't make sense and be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to kind of dive into the shit and actually to understand it. If you want to understand balances, or excuse me, you have to believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that
I
makes
know
sense
what
to
you're
you. You
saying,
get
but
what I'm trying to say?
I think it also takes a strong-minded person to do that diving too, without being that type of, because some people dive and they never come
And
back.
they never come back, and
You know what I'm
but
saying?
you
And that
always have
takes
to
a
keep
strong.
that.
Yeah,
You have to
no,
keep
you're
that.
real
You have to
right.
keep that. But you have to keep that. But you're right. But you have to keep that. You have to be willing to know that the shit that you, even if you do dive to the right, you got to still be open that that shit it could be wrong. You got to be open.
Yeah,
Always
exactly.
open. It don't matter how far you deep, but you got to be open that it's that you could be wrong. Because a lot of niggas be fanatics and shit. And I feel like a lot of people who attach themselves to shit, they want to attach themselves to something.
Yep.
It's
You're
deeper
right.
than just gaining an understanding. It's deeper than just learning.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
everybody
saying?
got a motive.
Sometimes you want to dive into it because you want to believe that shit is right so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you be like, nope, that's bullshit. Then you be like, let me see what the other side talking about. Maybe these niggas is right. Nope, that's bullshit. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always bullshit when you go too far to the right or left, but you can still, you know what I'm saying, go into, you know what I'm saying, instead of being dismissive, if that makes sense.
I
Does
mean,
that make
yes,
sense?
some people do was, some people, is likes to be comfortable, don't like change, or you know what I'm saying. So sometimes someone might say, yeah, 2 + 2 is 5 because of this, that, and the third. Why? Because they trying to justify why if I don't know, they probably try to justify where they at in life, or where they just comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? Because you could get lost, like you keep going down a rabbit hole. But even if you go down the rabbit hole and it's what you thought was what is wrong, it's going to lead you to where you need to go. Especially if you got pure intentions, now if you got motives and you got a lot of vanity metrics, is what I'm saying, behind why you want to deep dive somewhere, then that's going to reveal itself as well.
And see, I think that's the most important part, because I think sometimes the value of deep diving is you gain wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You gain wisdom through being wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like you gain a lot of information, but then you also gain wisdom because you can see you actually went far enough to see the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where that balance come in. And then you be like, all right, well, what's the truth in, you know what I'm saying? What's the truth in this stuff? You see what I'm saying? And then that's where you kind of move along that. But I don't think you can really gain that wisdom if I'm just standing in a place of like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like, you kind of gotta, you gotta believe something. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Because nothing is 100%. You know what I'm saying? But you're never gonna really gain the wisdom unless you willing to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta die on that hill somewhat sometimes. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You gotta do that shit. You gotta, if that makes sense.
No, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's all about, But again, like a belief, you know what I'm saying? Belief, all belief and faith is knowing in the absolute. So like we come out the womb naturally, you know what I'm saying? You attach to you lactate to your mom's breast, you know what I'm saying, off the faith, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like the baby knows is absolute food source for him. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, and that's what faith and belief is. You know what I'm saying? Because you can look around and some say it has to be a creator, right? I mean, we don't know, right? Or do we know? You know what I'm saying? But you look around in this earth, you're like, man, we know
it has to be. Yeah, right. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Now the journey is just trying to find them and understand what's what, and that's when you dig deep, you ask more questions. You know what I'm saying? Keep asking questions, keep asking the right questions, and everything starts to reveal itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's the key to everything. Asking questions, young. That's where it all starts at. Just asking questions. That's where everything starts from, man.
And it be on all levels too, because you like these past couple years, quote unquote conspiracy theories, they've been winning.
Been winning like shit.
Undefeated.
Who said that? One of y'all said. Somebody said it was the meme that said like conspiracy theories is the new rollouts and shit like that. Like that's real. That's
they've been undefeated. So
they have been.
10 years ago, when they were saying certain things and people laughed at them, they had a belief because they just knew this is the data, this is the facts, this is the documents. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. And people laughed at it. No. Then let time validates truth. You know what I'm saying? So now we in 2021 and they sit back. I've been trying to tell you this years ago. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, so that's what it is, man. It's crazy though.
So you said time validates truth. As far as like, I feel like everybody got a good bullshit meter. Like, what do you feel in this day and age right now? Like, what is the biggest bullshit that we're seeing right now? Like, to this date, what is the biggest bullshit that y'all see in
The
society?
biggest bullshit. These face masks, you know? that's probably gotta be number one to me, you know, the face mask, you know.
And just, do you think that's just like your gut feeling? Because there's a lot of statistics
or do you mean like
that can back you up right now.
Are you talking about ideology though? Are you talking about bullshit
anything?
Anything, right?
Anything.
But God, there's a lot of bullshit. Woo.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, only reason why I say that's the biggest one is because it's a part of our everyday lives now. You know what I'm saying? It's like you damn near can't go outside with seeing somebody with a face mask on. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get around that shit. You know?
Yeah.
The biggest bullshit, man, is they got us hating ourselves. That's probably what I'm like. Yeah, it's bullshit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got us not realizing who we are.
Real. That shit on autopilot too. That shit's on to the point where niggas ain't even conscious of it, damn near. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because from there, everything falls under, trickles down under there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think one of the biggest signs of that is, you know, how like, you know, so many other cultures are profiting off the, you know, our creativity. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the biggest signs right there. Because everybody else getting rich off, you know what I'm saying, our shit pretty much. Everybody. You know what I'm
saying? You know your value, you know how to charge. You know what I'm saying? We don't know our value, so we just getting raped. You know what I'm saying? It's like
and then then the shit that they profiting off of us is leads to our destruction and everybody else getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? It's like almost in every aspect of media, it's like leads to our destruction and everybody else getting rich. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. So yeah, that was my answer right there.
That's a good one though, because it's as it happens every day on autopilot, bro.
Oh, running back, would you say time was what? Time?
When time validates truth.
Time validates truth. Okay, that's what I'm calling this episode.
Right, word. That's wrong. Yeah, though, man. Shoot. What's your answer? What you think, bro?
The biggest bullshit right now. I said this shit before. It's like we don't really know who the enemy is. I think that's the biggest bullshit right now. Like people,
as far as what?
Like we don't know. Like, of course, like you know, we want our people on top, and you know, other people want their people on top, but it's really not like a race thing per se right now. I think like it's power in numbers. I think if we, you know, our lower class, for real, because there's no middle class right now. It's like the richest of the rich.
Yep.
And there's the lowest of the low. There's really no middle class right now. So I think if like there's power in numbers, if we take the middle class and the lower class and go against that higher, you know, class, so as far as like you know, big companies and governments and tech and all that shit, or even lower politicians getting hired by tech and all that shit, we can, you know, we can do something. We gotta realize who the enemy is.
It's sacrifice, you know.
Yeah,
but that's the crazy part. We still haven't figured out that part, you know.
Because everybody's
like
being
as a whole American culture. You talking about black people specifically?
I'm talking about everybody across the world. Everybody across the world, because that whole like 1% is, you know, rule. Even it's probably like for real 0.01% that's ruling the world right now. So if we realize, you know, it's not us versus, you know, them, you know,
then that's who the enemy is. It's us, nigga. We the enemy. We do it to ourselves. That's basically what you explaining, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not black versus, you know, Asian, you know, white, whatever. I'm talking about it's like it's literally all of us versus them. So once we realize who the enemy is, we ain't gotta live, you know, this you know, unevenness of like, you know, who.
But those elites is only as powerful as we make them. They only like they need us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, our participation is what gives them their power.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as we stop participating in the bullshit, then it takes away that. But you know, I feel like us as a human race is so damn fractured in so many different religions and cultures.
But think about like when you like post something real on like Instagram or something, and like you get no reaction from it except for like a little small, you know what I mean, minute people like from the same people all the time. You probably get 2 or 3 of the same people that fucking react to your post or something that like, okay, yeah, they realize it. So like everybody else is fucking sleep. That's why we talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But don't you think that's a sign though, right? You know, if you post some real shit that you think it will wake people up or, you know, help people out, and that doesn't get the people responses, and then you go to scroll down your shit and, you know, fights, you know what I'm saying?
And they loving that, yeah.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's the state of the world we in. So niggas ain't ready for that type of, you know, that it's like I said, people complain every day, but niggas love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as they complain, they like this shit. Because if they had the opportunity to do it, I mean, you actually mean I gotta be nice to these niggas now? Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, fuck these niggas. Like, I think most people would rather say fuck these niggas as much as they really don't want to admit that shit. I think most people really would really feel that way. You know? And I ain't just talking about black people, or I'm talking about just all people you see a difference in the next man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's almost human nature to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who ain't like you, somebody from a different neighborhood, somebody with a different skin color, somebody with it's like that's, I guess they like to fuck with a different football team. Like you used to be seeing niggas fighting in the stadiums, you know what I'm saying, with opposing teams and shit like that. Like it come on, man.
Yeah.
There's always subgroups somewhere. Like we like to fracture ourselves and shit.
Yeah. B, what's the biggest bullshit out here?
Huh?
What's the biggest sign of bullshit out here in society?
I would probably have to say maybe social media. Just because I mean I think that has created a disconnect, but also a reconnect to some fake shit. It's just, I mean, it's like it's false. People are more avatars now than they are themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like people are more their IG posts than
who they are.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird. Like even like prime example, like you take the filters, right? Like these people don't even
post. Yeah, they don't even post themselves no more. They post the filter. Yeah,
it's the weirdest fucking thing, and it's just like in that, and like you can even
they can't even look themselves in the mirror.
It's the weirdest fucking thing, yo. But it's like it just goes to show you that nobody wants to. Everybody wants to.
They don't want to be themselves.
It's the wildest thing, yo. Like nobody wants to be themselves. I mean, that's crazy to me. It's hard enough to be you. That person that's going to that IG post ain't going to work, waking up, sitting through traffic and shit. That's you. You the one that gotta do that shit. But yet you putting on airs.
You got punching.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You putting on airs for all these motherfuckers. That's not even you.
But maybe like that's part of the problem because like I guess you know, scrolling down your IG and shit, some shit be making people feel you know, less significant. So it's like, damn, look at them traveling the world, look at them doing this, look at them doing that, and I'm just over here with my just boring life, you know, punching in 9 to 5. So that might make people not want to be themselves. Now they got to play themselves up and be more extravagant than they are and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to, I guess, to feel as if, you know, someone might like them. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You onto something.
I mean, but that might be what it is, though. You know, because I do see that shit too. I know exactly what y'all mean. You know, so.
Because even like around like Christmas time, you know what I'm saying? Like you post all like somebody might not have as much as the next person. You posting all of these gifts and stuff like that, and that's you know that like that person who isn't able to provide their kids with all of these things may feel some type of way, so they go and try and do the most, trying to live outside their means just so that they can try to keep up with somebody on Instagram and post some shit. Like nigga, you ain't got PS5 money. Why are you buying a PS5?
But you don't think that's how IG models pretty much started, and then like how they ended up all looking the same and shit. You know, it's like
true.
It's pretty much the same concept right there. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, almost down to the same
size,
bra and panties and the whole look, the hair, and
Fashion over.
fashion over. It's crazy, dog.
Original no more.
Yeah, everybody wear a damn near uniform almost.
It's like a brainwashing tool, man. I mean, like I said, it brainwashes you at the fastest, as fast as like overnight within an hour,
That dopamine.
just like that.
I mean, it
Yeah,
just
they-
exposes the insecurities more. That's
So do you think that was more like? So you think? Would you call that like fake fashion, like propagandic fashion versus like us, like
What
what I'm
you
saying,
mean?
like wearing J's and like white tee. Remember the white tees and jeans?
Yeah,
Like
but what you mean
that
by
was
like
like more-
propaganda? Oh, you talking about like the IG shit, or you talking
yeah,
about
exactly.
like it's propaganda fashion?
Yeah, propaganda fashion
I never
versus
thought about
like
it like that.
like us, like we had like you from DC, so like you wear Sabiato and like you wear the jeans and
Oh,
you see what
okay.
I'm saying? Like, is that more of the same or is that more organic? You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point. So you basically saying it's a conspiracy how they got everybody dressing there.
I'm just asking because it's like, all right, if we can,
I mean, Kanye got everybody dressing like a cult.
Kanye changed the world, like them
Yes.
Yeezys, bro. I remember I was a kid. I used to draw sneakers and shit. I ain't never imagined no shit like that. Like them joints, I ain't never like so.
I'm not even like the sweatsuits. Like that shit look like you in a insane asylum or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Social media crazy, man. But I mean, you can use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, man, it's just no one the original no more. Everybody just kind of everybody be wanting to be accepted some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it shows the insecurities, man. It shows the insecurities.
All right, jumping the gun, right? Chaz, you talking about how the baby planes and all that shit. And I pulled up a article about the Australian UFO disclosure, and they had one like little sentence, and it said 4 brown-skinned handsome men jumped out of a UFO with translucent helmets. I was like, damn, this nigga Chaz was right. and I played that shit like it was like 3 weeks ago. It was like probably 2 weeks after you came on here.
Yeah, man, they know this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said that's the biggest BS. The BS right now that we don't even know who we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like you say, everybody sleep. So you know what I'm saying? Like this stuff on this worldly stuff. Just imagine, bro. We should be way beyond. You know what I'm saying? This level of thinking we on, like, because we're so much more intelligent than we. You know what I'm saying? They say how much percentage of the brain do we use?
10.
Like that's crazy. So look, it's a whole nother 90% of your brain is untapped.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine, some people may say that's far-fetched. Ain't no black man driving no UFO baby plane. That's far-fetched to some people because they don't use 2% in the brain, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine.
Right.
Imagine how intelligent we really are. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? And they know that. You know what I'm saying? They know how intelligent, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in power, if I'm in power, but for them, I guess I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost like, man. But yeah, they know they've been hip to these things, man. And they just always felt like, I think it's in their records, they just always felt like letting the public know they wouldn't know how to handle it.
They kind of showed their hand when they didn't show all the information with the disclosure. So,
right, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and like you said, I think that article was gonna go over a lot of people's head.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta you dove into this because you know what I'm saying. You're thinking. You're a critical thinking now. You want to know more than what's what they
Of
just
course.
give you.
I watch everything,
Yeah. You know what I'm
and
saying?
then I line up everything. If I had like a dry race board, I'd probably be.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that is crazy though, man. Like I said, man, they up there. And that's why I said, but it's a good time to be alive too. Just for that reason, because you know you when you always talking about faith and belief, like for me, I know we got someone watching over us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know we got, you know what I'm saying, someone on who's backing us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and just like you said, your enemy know they got shoot. Some was really say, I know I got Satan behind me. And he been undefeated, like he been undefeated for so long now. He can't lose.
I'm saying we gotta know who the enemy is.
You know what I'm saying?
All the people that was voting, y'all know who the enemy is.
But yeah, that's probably another. Like you said, we was all to wake up, man, and it'd be over tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be over tomorrow. But then, all right. So like when it's over tomorrow, then what we gonna do next?
I mean, see, but then you got to be able to do, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do for self. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make an exodus, you got to, it's going to be, it's sacrifice. It's going to be,
Gotta be sacrifice. I agree.
Body's going to drop along the way. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you got to build for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to build your own world now.
All right, so I'm just painting a picture, right? All right, so let's literally say as a world, because Randall, you earlier used something like us as a whole world, right?
Let's go.
We found out who the enemy was, right? Boom, we all turned around. We said,
we know who the enemy is.
I'm just saying though, but we as a world, we say, okay, we know who the enemy is. We finished the enemy. All right, now you got people from different languages, different cultures all around the world, right? We all as a world stop the enemy. We found out who our common enemy is. Stopped his ass. Now all the people all across the world. People from China got a culture of China that's been around for damn near a million years, might as well be. You know what I'm saying? Been around for a long ass time. You got people, Arabs, people, Africa. Africa has so many different nations, so many different languages, so many different cultures in Africa itself. You got people in Europe. And then how all these people going to come to a certain understanding and then build the world in a positive place going forward? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how we going to do that?
Mushrooms.
You know what I'm saying? Think about that shit, though. It's so many different people around the world, young.
I think that possibly, maybe that's when maybe we'll have like some sort of like divine intervention.
I knew he was gonna say that too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing that could do it.
That's the only thing I can do it, bro.
Because
that's the only thing
you can do. Human nature say it's gonna be like this. One day it's gonna be an event that's gonna take place where everybody on code is gonna be in one accord. It's gonna be like, oh, everybody gonna see the same shit one day. Whatever that event is, but it's almost like divine intervention. So that divine intervention come, everybody gonna be like, oh shit.
Right.
You either gonna be like, oh, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
It would have to be.
It
okay, all right. Another question, right? So now let's say we get to that point, right? Well, actually, no, that kind of goes away from defeating the enemy. Because I was about to get to aliens. Like, what if we had a fucking fake ass divine intervention? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they like projected?
That's very possible too.
That's possible.
What if they project? You know what I'm saying? What if they projected some shit into the sky and like we actually was like, oh, this is the moment we've all.
That's almost like the point where I'd be making. Like, I don't believe, too hard on this side. I don't believe this too hard on this side. So like when if I do see some shit like that, I'm gonna be very skeptical of some shit like that. So I don't.
But
that's what you got to be skeptical and stuff like that. But
because look, that shit is on Netflix now. It's about to be on Showtime now. It's on it's everywhere.
But
it's everywhere.
That reminded me of something.
But it's like playing chess too. It's like when you see certain stuff. You lived it now, especially now. That decision you make is going to determine, like, you know what I'm saying. So if you don't fall for the BS, you're good.
Yeah,
you can't just fall for the traps, you know.
But I think it's all going to depend on like who's presenting it. Like, is it going to be like who? I think we can see past the goofy right now. Like what now have we not seen? Like, you know what, this kind of look fishy between the you know, the virus right now, between the, you know, vaccine right now, between the 9/11, between the
President.
whatever, we see all past the goofy. So I think even that sound like some wild shit, like some alien type shit. I think we'll even see past that type of, you know, propaganda. It may take a little bit of time, but I think we'll even see for us. I think we'll see past that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
It just reminded me of that scene from Independence Day when all those people thought the aliens was like the
they was on the roof, like, come here, yeah.
That motherfucker came.
She was a stripper though. She was a stripper. She ain't
that
know
was
no
fun. It was still funny though. You look back at that scene, but that might have been like, you know, who knows? And that could have been predictive programming or some shit. You know, fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just throwing shit out there right now.
I mean, hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's all predictive programming, you know what I'm saying? But they always know how to sprinkle some truth and stuff. Because the universe, they gotta tell the truth. They gotta share.
They have to, yeah.
Has to be a little, yeah.
But that's when you got, I guess, like put that your Neo glasses on Matrix. You gotta
real.
see through certain bullshit, yo.
Yeah. But everything is supposed.
What's solid? You can't see what you can't see through. That mean this is solid. This firm. I can't see through this. This is. I bet. I know you here. This is what is what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some people get caught in the trap. You know, get caught in the web. They get caught. You know.
But the bullshit meter is at all time high though. It's like I'm almost damn. I feel like I need to plug out to make sure. Like I need a second. Like bro, I can't turn my head. Like everything is just like stupid everywhere.
Yeah.
Like damn.
Real tough.
It's crazy, bro.
It kind of make it easy though, but it kind of make it.
But it make it. I mean,
flawed.
It's sad. That's what
but
it is.
you don't. But you know, it's like I know what you say when you make it easy. It make it easy, but it's like kind of like, all right, I need like something. You know, it's
something real. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way I was trying to describe it. That's
something to measure it against.
Exactly. It's like this ain't. You know, it's like all right, I need something else to plug into because this shit right here is like all right, this is just complete bullshit. You just want to ignore it like 100% damn it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
from everything.
Everything, bro.
Everything from our music to our sports to our movies to our everything is being
like infiltrated. It has been compromised. You know, everything.
Yes.
Like
everything.
It has. The whole world has been compromised, pretty much. Damn near. Like shit is crazy.
Our medicine, our food,
everything, bro.
That sound wild.
I know, but it's the truth. And it's within a year.
You even ingesting bullshit.
Within a year, bro. Within like a year, bro. Everything changed that fast.
Real rap was saying, but what y'all doing, you know, you got it now. This is what it is. Now we got a point where the people who is seeing the same stuff, we got to build. We got to build whatever we trying to build. Yeah. We got to do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see, I be proud when I see. I mean, y'all be posting, I see everybody at the house and stuff like that. Now, y'all all see stuff on the court. Now it's time to build. What we trying to build? You know what I'm saying? That y'all the podcast, we building it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we can do at this point. We gotta build. We gotta build and put you know our own infrastructure in.
That's real though, man. Yeah, bro. It's like you have no other choice. I'm telling you, bro. It feel like it's like I don't know how to describe. It's like. You know, you got like a town or something. It's like this big black glob just swallowing everything. Like that's how I feel like, you know, mainstream media is now. It's just like this big ass, just you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you ever see, you know, I'm trying to say like the mist of just swallowing the world, just slowly just turning everything black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm trying to say, like you know what I'm trying to say, like just it's a wrap, bro.
But the thing is, like, I be saying this shit damn near like every other overtime. If you go to other countries, they are fucking in the streets. They're not rocking with this shit. But here, yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Come, yeah. Come put us in order. They be like, come put us in order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Stay feeding it.
Please, I don't want to have to think for myself.
I need guidance.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, man.
And then like I be damn. So is that what Kanye shoes be? Like he ain't got no shoelaces no more. Like just be putting their feet in the shoes. Like shit is getting dumber and dumber. Who said that shit the other day? It was like our phones get smarter, but we get dumber. Like you know what I'm saying?
That's
you just give up. Yeah. You ain't got like type no more. As soon as you start typing and finish your sentence and shit like that, like we just getting dumber and dumber and dumber. You don't know nobody's phone number no more. I know like my mother and my brother phone number.
Yeah, that's dead.
Yeah.
They say smartphone.
Nigga don't even know how to read clocks like that.
But why they call these joints smartphone? Like we actually like looking at these joints like they smarter than us and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they going on us though, kind of for real.
Right. You need a smartphone, fella, because you're not that smart.
I
need that.
See how they be playing us? See?
Yeah. And then I seen the article that said even when your phone is off, it's still listening to you, still tracking you, still doing all that shit. Mm-hmm.
Definitely, man. Like you said, we've been compromised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All for comfortability.
Yep, that's all. That's all it is.
So now, even now, stuff just gotta be word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like everything word of mouth, film. This is what we gotta do because it ain't like everything compromised.
If you look back at it, like the whole like Black Planet and MySpace and shit, that was the trial run. That was the like, all right, let's see how they handle this shit.
AIM. Remember that shit? AIM.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
IOL instant messaging.
Yeah, that shit.
Dang.
Damn, how we go from like niggas like in high school or something like hitting the girl on the AIM to like OnlyFans. Like just like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. But that's how like everything else was happening. We went from fucking the Model T Ford jump to fucking Teslas, yeah.
Yeah, it's like crazy, but it's like, you know, you live long enough to see the progression, you know what I'm saying, where shit started from to how it is.
What's gonna happen in the next 20 years? Yeah.
Oh God.
Honestly, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Because it's like everything I'm seeing now is like, nigga, what it can get more crazier than this shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah,
in 20 years, bro.
Like, how can 2K look better than this?
Do we have 20 years? I don't even know.
He said, do we
have 20 years? This shit look wild,
man. You make the right chess moves, and you did.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But I do feel like we're in special time. We are in a special time. We are a special generation of, like our generation. We are special. We're like that glue to the past, the present, and the future. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like we're toggling in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, we literally didn't already stepped over the line. We on the other side like now at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know.
Crucial, yeah.
2020 was
how y'all feel living it like y'all was chosen to be in this time. Like, how y'all feel about that? Like y'all wasn't back in the 1800s. Y'all wasn't 1920s. Like why now?
Yeah, we was talking about that too. We was kind of talking about that, like reincarnation and stuff. But I feel like I feel like this is my I feel like I would never want to live in any other time but now.
And I think 2020 is very significant. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of this shit happened last year because this is like that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like 2020 was like the line. You know what I'm saying? Now we 2021. So that's why it was so much chaos. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that stuff be deep to me, and I think about it, be like, damn, you know. So it's like you're supposed to be doing something.
Yeah.
You know
even we was living in the 90s for real. That shit was crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
But everything seemed so much slower, you know what I'm saying? Back then. Like it's like everything is an information. Boom, boom, boom. Like every goddamn day. You know.
You think they messed up like inventing the internet? I think they messed up at a certain time and like we was gaining all this information, then they was like hold up, like shit's getting out of hand, and they try like rein it back in.
And
because at one point on YouTube there was a lot of shit out.
Anything.
It was a lot of shit out.
Yeah.
It was like, I remember those days.
Yeah.
It's like,
It was damn near anything.
All right. Can I answer
It's
this
the
way?
it's the
Can I
gift
answer
and the
this way?
curse. Joe.
Can I answer it this way? Yeah?
They created it and then was like, hold up, like, hold on, we made this shit for one reason. Like,
Can I answer it this way? All right, from this perspective, yeah and no, right? It depends on, like you said, what we do. The ones that it depends on what we do, because now if we play the hand right, then yeah, they effed up when they did that. But if we drop the ball, like you said, everything, they can hear you from your computer, your joint, the internet. They got everything. They know data about every single one of us. You know what I'm saying? So they got, you know what I'm saying? They tapped into every home because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? So now really they got God's eye, right? So to speak, right? You ever see eagle eye?
Eagle eye, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's shot
if we play the hand wrong, it's like spades. We play the hand wrong, then it's like, damn, we got him. We did what we were supposed to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole IP. Hey, yeah, I knew this dude that got hacked one time. I used to work with him. It's totally easy. So I wouldn't put it past anybody to, you know what I mean, get every type of information they want to get. He was talking shit on somebody playing Madden and he got hacked. They like looked up his Verizon bill, cleaned out his credit cards, everything. Yep. And if that's like a regular dude, what you think? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you really like that. What was that Batman scene, when he was trying to find Joker?
Oh yeah, and then
everybody's cell phone.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman was like, "Nah, this is dirty. I ain't want no part of this." Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That was 20. That stuff they were doing 25 years ago.
Yeah, Lucius.
You know imagine how advanced what they doing now. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, man.
Like I hear they got the little mosquito. Y'all probably the little mosquitoes, the little robot mosquitoes that be tapping.
I wouldn't put it past nothing.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that a long time ago, and it's funny though because I be thinking that shit like them joints really be out there now. Like you know what I'm saying? We just don't.
That's nothing. That. This 5G shit is like
that's what you said. Yeah, and they really at I want to say 9G right now for real. You know
everything is integrated. Everything's integrated. Everything. As soon as you step out your house, there's a camera on you, and that camera's synced up with your phone because your phone has everything on it. They know who you are. Like, it's only a certain amount of time when the police is going to integrate that shit to their system.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's crucial for us to do what we do, network, how we're going to network. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, we got the numbers.
Kinda.
It's just a dirty game. Dirty ass game.
Yeah, man.
We gotta link up. It's the only way, man.
Yeah, man.
Even though what we do is
wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because they needed it for military for real. They needed it.
But they need us.
Oh no, definitely they need us. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's catch-22. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like I say, like you know, so what side you gonna choose? You gonna choose one. You can only choose one. You know, like I guess that's why we always talk about sacrifices, right? Or you know, I guess that's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this stuff be deep, man. I be in my head, man.
I mean, but do y'all really think do y'all really think that, we would have to? We as a people, do you think we can take the system and make it better to work for everybody, or do you think the whole system would have to be like, you know, completely destroyed, and then some new shit would be created, something new would have to be created?
He said burn down. The whole system gotta be destroyed because the people in charge right now have the shit mapped up to a T. Because like the way this shit is happening, boom, 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 boom. It has to be mapped out. There's like some master plan.
Yeah, of course.
But it was built off of corruption. It was built in the intentions.
And they don't call these people like the they don't call them like the architects or shit for no reason. Like they plan this shit.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, with no one's really supposed to hold dominion over anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's not what this life is about. You know, it's like even the idea of that is satanic within itself, and that's
Exactly.
pretty much what their whole, you know, is all about control.
And that's
you know
and that's our free will choosing this shit over and over and over.
Yep, and choosing it all exactly. And but the reason why is because they play on our lusts. You know what I'm saying? They play on our, you know, desires. So it's like,
and people don't know who the enemy is.
But that's what I'm saying, because you so get caught up in your desires. It's like, are you willing to, you know, sacrifice that right there? That's the shit that niggas is not willing to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why, you know, what keeps us bound to this shit, to be completely real. That's really what it is, you know. And I think it's like, are you willing to let go of your comfort? You know what I'm saying? Are you willing
to give up fantasy football?
Are you
willing to give
up? I'm telling you, we like that idea, but I think a lot of us we not willing to make that sacrifice, you know.
At all.
You know, I don't think it's a lot harder than it sounds, you know.
Hell yeah.
And that's why we were saying earlier, I think it would have to take something, because I think people are so attached to this system, you know. It gives us security. It's like, what am I going to do tomorrow if I don't have no one to tell me what to do?
All right, so
a lot of people don't think outside of that prison. You know what I'm saying?
So you think divine intervention is going to have to be, you know, destroying some shit to build up some shit?
I think it's almost inevitable. You know,
that's
destroy and rebuild. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
we
reset.
gotta be willing to do that first. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be willing, like, you know what I'm saying? God don't help people unless they help themselves first.
Yeah, I'm with that 100%. I'm with that 100%. But like I said, are we willing to help ourselves? That's all I'm sticking at. Like, do you think the people all around the world is willing to work together for a common goal? No different the language, no different the culture, no different the background. Like, do you really believe the human race can do that?
Not willingly.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only who gonna get that message across, no matter who the fuck you are, no matter where the divine dude. God gonna have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only way it's gonna happen. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I like I said, I wish it didn't. It had to take.
Motherfuckers too damn simple.
But I think I don't. You know,
obviously.
Not only that, but like I think it's gone so far to the point that, like, who would you trust? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you trust? Like you said, it can be a alien invasion. You sitting there second guessing it. You know what I'm saying? So a divine intervention.
I think I'm gonna have to though.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though? So if we were to hit the reset button as people, like you said, like that person that would come out to speak for all, we would be sitting there like, I don't know. We would question.
You definitely do that, but that's what I'm saying. You definitely do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the trick. That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the part. That's the ownership or accountability part right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with that 100%.
You gotta be open-minded, but still, like you said, wise enough to know what's see-through and what's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to.
It's like when the parable, when they say people was laughing at Noah, like the motherfuckers who like, nah, there's something about this guy I'm gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? They got on that shit. They on the ark. They was straight, but the ones that was not critical thinking as much as they could be, because they was too partying, like you said, on the roof. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But you like, even now you see divine intervention. Like, you know what I'm saying? Would y'all agree that their world is falling?
Well, what do you mean?
Do you think, like, right now, how I sit, they having a temper tantrum. They desperate.
Like, who's desperate?
The powers that be.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Every move they make is a desperate move now, because, like he said, like y'all said earlier, they effed up when they gave us the internet.
Yeah, they are reactionary more.
People who got some information is like, oh shit, we fucked up with that.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But at the same time,
actually, he's right. I think
there wasn't making these large leaps as moves before, so
because we was more asleep.
I actually agree with you though, Chaz, because you that point you making. Because think about it, I think that's the reason why even with the whole like with the way they pushing this vaccine shit, I think is that we not falling for the bullshit as fast as much as they thought that people would be willing to do this shit, and I think that's why they pushing this shit.
They
so
doubling,
hard, you know?
yeah, they doubling down with
yeah,
this variant
exactly.
shit.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like it's not spreading. It wasn't like that. I thought they just had us in the bag, and I think ain't happening like.
Yeah, they doubling down.
Especially with like a lot of these, even you see these like some of these athletes and shit, like even speaking out against the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think
The NFL,
that,
like,
you know, yeah.
I think a lot of them want to say, like, you know, I'm not agreeing with this shit, but they just want to, you know, they want to stay in line.
Damn, my boy Lamar Jackson. Oh, they owe him.
I know. Hey,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson doubled down on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He did. You know, so. But I mean, and that goes to show, like a lot of people ain't, you know, you can't. Like we was talking about earlier. I don't see them just going door to door, just making people take the vaccines or anything like that.
I'll say this: they'll try it. I bet they could try it.
They can try it, but they ain't gonna be successful all across the board.
It depends on the pushback we get. You know what I'm saying?
But ain't no pushback. It's just, you know, ours.
It's in between because on one end, what they not telling you is a bunch of people who not with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
they just approved for that third shot today. Today they approve of a third shot. Why are y'all taking 3 shots?
Like, all right, this how you know who is working for who's not getting the pushback, right? Who are they targeting? Who they targeting?
Black people.
You don't see white versions of it, Asian versions of these commercials that's coming out for them. You know what I'm saying? So
black people.
These other communities are really pushing back. So yeah, I bet they won't go
to other countries.
They ain't gonna go to like certain doors because them certain communities doors because they know they gonna push back. They got their gun ready.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's real.
Did you see that? It was like a Arkansas like entrepreneur. He's like, yeah, I took my vaccine.
That's the commercial. That was like a little ad or something.
I seen that joke. Are you talking about the dude was like, you gotta be real in these streets or something?
Yeah.
Then he was talking about
me being a hustler. Me being a hustler.
And then you will get some people be like, oh dang, you know what?
He was like, sir, are you saying you're a drug dealer on camera?
You better vax that thing up. That shit is crazy. Like, come on, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So especially targeting us, they know I could push them a little bit more.
There you go.
During the pandemic, my lifestyle drastically changed.
You look like a rapper. You look like a rapper, don't you?
I'm a hustler.
All the time.
Yeah.
I have to stay safe. I didn't have a choice but to trust the vaccine. If you live the type of lifestyle that I live, you out here in these streets, you hustling, why not do it safely? So I want everybody.
Hey, yo, I can't.
Well, listen what he said. I'm out here hustling in these streets and I'm an entrepreneur. What does that mean? Add those together and what does that tell you? What does that mean? I'm out in these streets, I'm hustling, and I'm an entrepreneur. What else?
Riding around and getting it.
He said everywhere. He said everything but say I'm a drug dealer. He said everything but say that.
Oh my God.
And
they also targeting like real. They see the rise of entrepreneurs too in this whole thing. A lot of people leaving their jobs in droves for real. You know what I'm saying? So
because I'm gonna get a shot. Yeah,
they definitely they see all y'all people making podcasts on the internet doing their own thing. You know, so they definitely targeting us.
You don't get me.
You know what I'm saying?
But they don't never talk about being in good health. They're gonna push Popeyes fried sandwich. They're gonna push McDonald's. They're gonna push Buffalo Wild Wings. They're gonna push all that shit. But they're gonna push taking vitamins, running, eating healthy, eating some kale or some shit like that, some spinach.
Popeyes don't even got vegetables no more. They don't even got greens no more. I mean green beans
For real?
no more, nigga. It's just straight chicken and bread.
Starch.
That's it. That's all that's there now. They took that shit away.
That's crazy.
There's nothing that in the COVID universe to talk about, good health. Nothing.
I know, man.
And even if they say if you're in good health, it can help, but it's like, all right, well then, why don't you teach people how they can improve their health during this deadly time? You know what I'm saying? They should have been they pushing that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of pushing that bullshit. So
Hey, you know when this whole the vax one of the side effects that makes your heart enlarge, and like they had like this little hearing that was supposed to come up, and that day it was like the Juneteenth, like they made it an official holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of scary. Kind of
Yeah,
scary.
Don't get caught in the spider webs. That's all I tell people, man.
Kind of scary.
Yeah, shit, wow.
Don't get caught in this. Don't get caught in the.
Kind of scary. Seem deliberate.
But that like, and you know, we talk about that all the time, but this is the best time to keep your spirit strong. You know what I'm saying? Keep your
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
this is the best time to do that. I think this is a test, you know what I'm saying, to who you are as a person, to try to keep yourself, you know, keep your mind strong and your spirit strong, because they're coming after you every single day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, and especially since we see the bullshit, I think it's definitely a time to, you know, push your mind above that shit, you know what I'm saying, because you can see it, so it's already, you know what I'm saying, it's almost like this is not here for you, you know what I'm saying, like you shouldn't even be worrying about this shit, you know, kind of type shit. So
yeah, I mean, it definitely, but it'd be sad because you still see your loved ones or some friends and people you know, and even just people you don't know. It's like who get caught in the web. I'd be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That should be sad to me, heartbreaking. I got empathy for that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
bullshit.
You know, you deliver a message though. After that, you know what I'm saying. But it still be sad. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to warn you.
Do you ever like feel lonely sometimes though, when you feel like there's a lot of other people don't, like, you know, get it? I guess you would say, like, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, you used to, but now, I think at one point you used to when you go down that rabbit hole. The initial digging, yeah. But after that, like, now I'm on a call with y'all. I don't feel lonely.
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah, exactly.
You know, you know,
that's what that shit all about, though. At the end of the day.
Because for real, I know it's, and that's why I say it really. That's why I say that world is falling. Because on the other end, you know what I'm saying. I'm like you said, I have a spiritual eye. Sometimes I open up, right. So on the other side, I see that, you know what I'm saying, they see the rise of what they don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? And I know they're in temper tantrum mode right now.
It had to be. It would have to be, because that's why they're going so hard right now.
So that means that means to me, damn, they losing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know
I mean, that makes a lot of sense though.
But they ain't gonna go out with without a fight. So that's
of course,
body's gonna drop. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit about to be hectic because they ain't gonna go out easy. If I go down, everybody go down with me.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but we're gonna win in the end, though. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna win in the end. You know.
And even if it's forced, like, you know what I'm saying, the beautiful part is we can make a difference now, or this shit is gonna get harder and harder until we all get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that maybe I'm working on, the patience, or because that could be frustrating.
That's the thing. Man, patience is
you ever play on a sports team? You know what I'm saying? When one of your players didn't run the play, now we all got to run suicides. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We still got a larger number of us who still sleep. So now they gonna come harder with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, y'all. I think that's what Remy feel. I swear.
Yeah, we gotta do shit more often. We gotta invite more people, you know, of like-mindedness, because I think, I don't know, it's just there's no shine on this type shit. So
Yeah, like I said, we gotta network out through this joke, but it is crazy, especially you got children too. Man.
Yep. Then you be thinking about their future, you know what I'm saying, and then how the world going to turn, how the world they're going to be when they our age and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the things they got and the things they got to navigate through.
Man, but yeah, you get if you get lonely if you're in an environment like if you're not around your guys right now, if you go out and you're not around your guys, then you probably like, man, ain't nobody feel me out here. I'm in a bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just only when we get together that you don't feel lonely no more. You're like, all right, bet. Woo!
Yeah. All right, let's get up out here. I think we had a solid jump. We're gonna Chaz, you need to come here more often.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely, man. Shoot, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all still do fantasy though, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Would you be interested in a sneaker fantasy?
Sneaker fantasy. Explain that one.
All right, so this is my first inception of it, but everybody, instead of presenting $100 or something like that, we present a sneaker that's at least a 9 out of 10 grade. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be some Yeezys, some J's, some foams, or whatever, some shit like that. You present. I mean, I'm expecting all of us are like 10.5 to like 12, probably size and shit like that. Okay, so it's gonna be probably winner takes all. At least like 8 or 10 contestants. You present your sneakers. Everybody got to vote if your sneaker is a good addition, and then whoever wins the fantasy league, you win all the sneakers. You can do whatever you want with the shit. You can resell it. You can rock it, whatever. But it's gonna hurt for you to lose the sneaker, ain't it?
Yeah, but Thomas wear 14, y'all. Cause I don't know.
Thomas can't be in it. He can't be in it.
His feet too big, I guess.
Yeah, he can't
But
be.
you say you can sell it. That's 14. Go.
Ain't nobody gonna buy no damn.
I was about to say, ain't nobody buy no damn 14, bro.
Fuck it. Fucking LeBron James gonna buy 14. He got all them jumps. Yeah. So like, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You fucking with that though? You like that joint?
And if anybody will watch this, like if you want to enter this shit, because we ain't got a lot of contestants, I want at least 8 to 10 contestants for this sneaker fantasy football league. It gotta be at least a 9 out of 10 grade, some Yeezys, some foams, some whatever pennies or Jordans, all that shit. If you're a sneaker fan, you're a sneaker fan. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, over at the Flight Room Podcast, we're trying to do a fucking sneaker league, fantasy football. This is Overtime episode 53. Yeah. If you haven't seen episode 52, it's kind of lit. Check that out. Also, check out Chaz's episode. I think it was episode, but I put it in the best of his episode in the Overtime 50. I don't know something, but I put his episode in there too. The best of. But yeah, Flight Room TV, Overtime, all that good shit.
Yeah, peace, y'all.
Peace. I appreciate y'all, man.
Peace, and check out our commercial right here.